Tool wise, you're going to want a 10mm wrench or a socket, whatever you prefer. If you want to do the ratchet, then that's fine, but sometimes it's easier. Just be careful if you use an impact. I would use a tiny little flathead to work on the actual light connection. Sometimes they're a pain in the butt to get out. That's pretty much it. Just there's a couple of items. And if you want a plastic cat's paw to pry open the pop rivets. Hey guys, gonna be swapping out the headlights on my 2019 Ram 1500. Found these off of eBay. Been waiting for a while for these. I forget what they're called, but everyone wants to buy them, so hopefully they're good. Swapped out, it came with halogen bulbs, but swapped it out for LEDs. The reviews say you can't. You obviously can, because I did it. I just got to remove these screws in the back, pop off this dust cover, and swap out the bulbs. So very easy process, kinda, but that's all. First, what you're gonna want to do is remove these 1, 2. I'm missing one. There should be 4 of these plastic clips. Oh, 5 and I'm missing another one. But remove those and get this plastic shroud off. All right, we're going to not take off the grill. Have the shroud off. Then you're gonna want to take a 10mm and then another 10mm to that socket down in there. I'm sorry, that head down in there, and get that out. Now that you have this guy out and that's still in there, but it's loose, you're going to want to come back here and open this door, little latch. You gotta pop this guy out. Careful not to break it. All right, now you want this guy, you just let it hang there. Easier way to do this is to turn the wheel all the way to the left so you can get in there, but you need to, you see that white tab, you need to press up, or push up on it, and you'll hear it unlatch itself. And then you're gonna wanna just pull this out like straight, like kind of straight out towards you, kind of like, you know, pry her open, but pull her out just like this, and there's a ball joint in there that's holding it. Be careful. All right, so mine's out. This was kind of a bit of a pain in the butt to get out, but I found an easier way to do it. Just reach up in there and push straight out. Push straight out while you're kind of finagling this. Just be careful, because that ball joint, that right there, clips into that plastic piece, and just try not to break it. So you might want to lay down a towel or a rag in here so you don't scratch anything, but once you have it out, obviously just unplug your light and your turn signal and pull it out. All right, so with the new one, purple one is the headlight, the other one is the turn signal. Turn signal on the new guy is this connection. Don't lose this, don't throw it away. You're gonna pop out this orange bulb, and then you're gonna put the this connection to where the bulb goes, and then this guy will connect to this guy. So try that out. All right, so the only reason why I'm keeping this wrap on the headlight is because I don't want to scratch it up while I'm doing this, but there they are, both plugged in. Turn signal is in there. It was kind of a bit of a squeeze, but we got it in there, and the headlight is plugged in. Make sure you hear everything click. Now, before you install everything back, I would definitely recommend turning it on first before you install it all, because I know there is some if the connection is backwards, then you need to flip it, but try it out first. All right, so I just tested everything out and it's working. So this is what happens when you unlock it, and then the light turns on. This guy is a high beam. When you start it up, it gives like a little startup animation. The 2 bars will light up. And then that's also your blinker. So there's that. So now that you tested everything, make sure everything works. Now we can put it all back together and do the same thing for the other side, which will be literally the same steps. So there's the old and there's the new. I will show it all at the very end. There's no need to plug up these holes on the 3-wire because it's only the 3 wires that poke out on the other side, so the other holes don't do literally anything. But to pop this back in there, make sure you get that ball joint in the socket first, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I just struggled for a little bit. Ended up taking the grill off. Make sure your wires aren't getting caught up in the back and preventing from this thing going in, but you should just be able to push it in. You'll hear it click, reach in behind, pull that white tab down, and you'll hear everything click. And then what you need to do is you need to put back in your 10 mils right here. Might be a bit tight, but that's okay. If it ain't tight, it ain't right. So, and then once again, double check, make sure everything works. There it is. Nice and bright. I like it. Just needs a wipe down and we'll be solid. When I was doing that, I had no dash lights come on or whatever tell me that anything was out. So now you need to put this guy back in there, which I have right here. Put this guy back into the hole and make sure it's sealed. All right, now onto the other side, vice versa. If you didn't take the grill out, that's fine. Just take this bottom, if I can get it on there, take this bottom one out, take this one out, and then we'll go from there. Okay, these two are out. A little loose, a little too loose. Now we need to pull that guy out, but I'm gonna turn the wheel the other way, like so. And now it should be easier to pry that bottom pop rivet out. Okay, same thing now. Reach up there, push that tab up, the white tab, and then you should be able to pull this headlight right on out. All right, now we have this guy out, same thing. All I did was a little bit easier for me, reached up in the hole and pushed straight out. And that's what helped me get the ball out of the socket. And this is the tab that you push either up or down. Down is to lock it, up is to unlock it. And this guy is what feeds into that. So let's swap everything out, pull this light bulb out, and we'll get it all back together. All right, light bulb is out, goes to the yellow connection. Red, black, and blue goes to the headlight connection. Connect these up. Okay, make sure the lights are on. This one is still on. Looks like this one is on, nice and bright. Test out your high beams. Put the key in there. Okay, both are on, nice and bright. Both are on, nice and bright. That's a great sign. Put on the hazards. Make sure everything is working. Nice. Very cool. Test out your blinker. Make sure all are working. Look at your back ones. And they're working. So make sure everything is working before you button everything up. All right, so the issue that I ran into on the driver's side was that this guy was hitting the body frame and preventing me from getting the ball joint and the clip all the way in. So make sure all the wiring is out of the way. Easiest way to do it, put the headlight above the turn signal connection. And then that should push everything out of the way and should make this install a lot easier. Okay, once you push that in there, you'll hear it snap. into place. Don't forget to pull down that white tab to lock in the top piece, this guy that locks it in, and then put in your 210s. I found that doing the bottom one, putting that in there first is easier than fighting with the top. You might have to nudge it a little bit and push it over for it to fit, but it's pretty snug, but it fits, it works without stripping or breaking anything. No need to over tighten these, make them nice and snug. I mean, you want them tight, but don't crank them down because you'll snap the head. And I wouldn't put any Loctite on any of these. So to get this grill back on, there is a couple of tabs down here. You push it in, and then this hole, this hole, this hole, and that hole, 4 corners, kind of clips in there. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4 bolts into it. I'll show you guys here in a minute. Right, so you want there's a clip here, and a clip here, and then there's 2 on the ends in the middle. You kind of want to go from bottom up, kind of. So put the bottom in first, and then give it a couple love taps, and you'll hear it click in. And then if you want to make sure, just give it a slight tug, ain't going nowhere. Now you need your 4 bolts here, 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 and here. And that will tighten up the grill. And then we can put the plastic shroud on. Okay, don't mind how dirty it is, needs a bath. But 1, 2, and vice versa, it's on there nice and tight. So now you just want to throw the plastic shroud back on, and that will go back into the holes that you pulled them out of. I don't know if this is how it is on every ram, but this is a little loose on mine, both of them. It is the corner piece for the pot rivet, and everything should line up, you know. Everything has a spot, so make sure everything is in place. And see, like this one right here, it's a little loose. Move her over some and pop her in there. You'll hear it snap like so. And that concludes my work. I'll wait for it a little bit darker to show these off, but I think looks wise they look pretty good. So right, wait for it to get a little bit darker. Nice. Nice and bright. Comes back on. Works very nice. LEDs in there, look great. No flashing, no nothing. I think these headlights turned out pretty nicely. They're pretty bright. I would highly recommend these so far. Give off a nice white look. I'll probably need to adjust the headlights at some point, but for now, we're just gonna try it. And yeah, I like these a lot. They're so white that it makes my fog lights look a little bit yellow, even though they're not. Everything's white. I like the white. Looks great though. It's awful nice look. I know the camera doesn't do its. Let's see if I can adjust it. The camera doesn't do its justice, but highly recommend these. Highly recommend these. Alrighty guys, here it is driving at night. No adjustment. I might have to make some adjustment for that